No, this is a typical sentence with most of the businesses in Pune. They have got the board right at the entrance. Amchi kothi shakha nahi. They say it proudly. Gone are the days when these people, again, since this is being recorded, you will be seeing these recordings later. Might have been put in on YouTube. So I won't name that establishment in Pune who used to have this board very often. Amchi kothi shakha nahi. They were very proudly saying it for a simple reason that if somebody is selling similar kind of product in the market, it is not by us. So we have got our own quality maintained and Amchi Kuti branch nahi. So we don't have any of our branches anywhere. That they wanted to tell so that people won't copy their product. People should not mind their product and sell the product under their name. That was the intention. But then those companies, that particular outlet which is in Pune, who had this Amchi Kote Shakani kind of boards and all their establishments, there were 2 establishments at that time when they started. There was only one initially, they had this board in their shop. Second, they started and then they mentioned the same board in the second branch also. Now they have got branches all over India, all over in Pune, across the globe also. When people come to India, they do purchase the product of that company, it's a sweet shop. When they used to claim that we don't have any branches, those companies and that particular outlet has got branches almost in most of the countries, at least one outlet they have got. Why? Because they thought the need of being global. There's no point in remaining local. You can think about making the changes, customizing your products which are required for the local people. So the taste which you're going to provide for Pune people might be slightly different, for Nagpur people it will be slightly different. Because they have got they like slightly spicy kind of a food. So the same food manufactured or customized according to the local need could be possible. That's why that particular says the same thing is applicable. Act local, but be global. So you have to become global some other day. You might have to make some customized changes based on the requirement of that particular country. I had been to Thailand, maybe 3 times I have been there. So in Thailand, the first time when I went, it was 2006. That time, every car was gearless car. And in India, gearless car is coming in last hardly 2-3 years. Why? The same company, the Nissan company, the car which I am having. All Nissan cars in 2006 were having automatic gear in 2006. I was surprised, what is this? I never had seen automatic gear at that time, that year. But then it was a local need. Company remaining the same, it was selling the same model which I got Micra, and they have got a name of the same Micra as March in this Thailand. Same model, exactly the outer profile is exactly same engine, but they have got manual, they have got automated gears, and in India the same model was having manual gears. That was a local need. But still the company is global. Nissan is almost global in the entire world. So that is a thought which every company has to think that you need to strike off this particular golden statement, which is typically with, there are many such outlets in Pune specifically who claim that Amchi Kote Shakhan, but then they have to become global some other way. And it also speaks about international policy which our country has, that FDI, LPG is a typical example of international policy, which earlier governments or earlier political parties, they were never allowing the other organizations to invest in Indian companies. But now it is happening. Few cartoons on this. It is easy, we'll just stay close to the business. So they are already present in all these areas. This is how people will try to have difficulties in getting into global action. Everyone will try to be in their silos, in their limited boxes. This word talks about traditional silos, means boxes, and people don't want to come out of that. In typical management terms, we call it as safer zone. So we don't want to go out of a safer zone. So everybody is comfortable in their safer zone. They don't want to go out because company is thinking about being virtual or being global. So when it comes to different departments, every department will have got some or the other hurdles, or they will tell that this is the things or these are the things which are the difficulties in becoming global or becoming virtual. quite interesting. It speaks about globalization as well as talking about imbalance in environment. Why China and India are getting more FDIs? For this reason. Global cheap labor is available more than us, it is available in China. And most of the labor in India go to Dubai, because for Dubai, Indian laborers are very cheap. So the people who are working in carpenter, then sanitation areas or maintenance areas, most of the contractors, they have got a good future in Dubai, because they are paid probably more than 20 times of what they get in India. So they go there. The cheap labor is invited by Dubai. So that's what is happening. So they are trying to endanger all these imbalancing things, pollution, carbon dioxide emission, environmental destruction, and sewage or siphonage of natural resources. But what they get is only the cheap labor. This is how the globalization happens. You can take time to read. Everything is online. See, all the countries named are there: Argentina, Britain, Alberta, Canada, New Zealand, Switzerland, Sweden, India is also there, Taiwan, America. So every company, every country has got the specialized product in certain areas. So you can purchase those products from there. Most of our handsets are made in South Korea or even in China. So even if you decide not to use Chinese product, you cannot really afford it. So it has seeped into all the businesses so much that no country can ban China with whatever negative things they are doing to the world. Still we are very much dependent on that. These are all people are talking about, and the things must be done from global perspective. This is really a joke. Now this is how the communication has evolved. Starting the communication, people used to write it on the stones, and that was only writing. They used to have with limited words. Then it went to printing, typical printing machine, which printed books. Went down to email, so you write as less as possible, and come down to Twitter, which again will take some, 140 characters on one tweet. It was initially I think 250 characters. Now it has reduced to 140. So whatever things, amount of syllables, words you used to write on a carved stone, the same number of words you can write it in Twitter. So the cycle would continue. So that's how the evolution of communication has reached. What we say, history repeats. So it is repeated. Okay, so that is 11, and we'll finish with 12th immediately.